one of the most interesting and maybe hardest communication problems is how you persuade someone to fix a problem that they actually had some role in creating.
For 20 years, an entire English city was crying injustice correctly, and yet this place ignored them for all of that time.
This is exactly the challenge that Andy Burnham, basically Prime Minister in waiting, faced in the House of Commons this week. The people he needed to persuade was the very institution which had failed the Hillsborough families. And the challenge he faces is that if you attack someone directly, they become defensive. But if you avoid it altogether, then they're also not going to do anything. So he had to balance, okay, how do I get people to accept the responsibility and actually do something?
Liverpool supporters were blamed for harming their own fellow supporters at a football match. That is what was done. That was left to stand for all of those years. These families here tonight had to live with that for all of those years.
You see what he's doing? He's making the harm very, very specific. He's not saying like mistakes were made, which is what a politician would usually say. He's being very specific. He's talking about real people and real suffering.
We can't take that hurt away tonight, but we can put decency back at the heart of the British state.
That bit is the most important line in the speech, where he admits what can't be changed, but then gives people something which they can actually do. And there's another subtle detail in here. He never says, you failed. He's always talking about the state, the house, this place.
This place ignored them for all of that time. This House needs to hear their call for a special tribunal. Then they are re-traumatised by the behaviour of the state.
Because the institution has to absorb the blame so the people inside it can actually do something about it. It's very in line with what he did in another speech that I broke down a few weeks ago.
What this House will do in passing this bill tonight is rebalancing the scales of justice so that we have justice for ordinary people going forward.
Now that bit was really important. He didn't say if the House passes the bill. He says what the House will do. So speaking as though they've already done it, as though the decision has already been made. This is called presupposition, when you frame the action as like the natural next step, which is consistent with the identity that he just assigned to the House of Commons. What we can take from this is that the best persuaders don't just tell people that they're wrong. They always separate people from problem and give the people a role in solving the problem.